Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great start to your Thursday. Joining us today is Jeff Abshire. He is the Executive Director of the Kalamazoo Book Arts Center, and he's here to talk about a very intriguing event happening this weekend. Jeff, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course, and the event in question is the Kalamazoo Edible Book Festival. The name alone conjures up a ton of curiosity and questions for myself, and I'm sure everybody watching. Jeff, what exactly is this event all about?
So we've been doing this for a long time. This is our 18th year of celebrating this event. It's an April Fool's event, and usually we try to do it near April Fool's, and in fact this year it is going to be on April Fool's, April Fool's Day, April the 1st, this Saturday. So we invite people, the public, to create books that are made out of food. So all sorts of variety of versions of that. Sometimes people make cakes that are decorated by that look like a book. Sometimes people make things that are a pun on the title of a book. So we have a window of time, and people bring in the edible books that they make, and we display them on tables, and everybody comes to see them. And then we have a vote, so you're able to fill out ballots and choose your best or your favorite edible book, and we tally the votes and announce the winners and give out the prizes, and then we eat the books, and it's a really fun event.
No, right. It sounds like a blast. And, you know, we were talking a little bit before this stream started, just kind of on the origins of this. I was very curious, you know, when you hear Edible Book Fest, your mind goes into 1,000 different directions.
Sure.
Can you touch on a little bit about where this idea even came from? It's not just native to you guys. It's actually a worldwide event.
Correct. So it was a group of artists back in the 1990s who dreamed up this event for April Fools. And they presented it at a conference in Nevada, and it was very popular at that event. And from that event, it branched out. And at its height, there were some book art centers and libraries all over the world that have celebrated this. There have been edible book festivals in Europe and in Japan and Australia and pretty much everywhere. So it's been going on for quite a long time. But as I say, we've been doing it now for 18 years. So we've become rather well known for it, especially in this part of the U.S. Many people have come to this event over the years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you touched on the 18th annual version of this
Correct.
event. Can you kind of touch on why you think this event is so popular here in West Michigan? You talked about it being 18 years of doing this. Even during the pandemic, you guys were holding them virtually. Why was this event so popular and still resonates with so many people?
I think people love books, of course, and they have favorite books that they particularly love. And so this allows them the opportunity to be creative and make something in the kitchen that honors and celebrates the books that they love. And then, you know, we have all variety. We have adult category. We also have children's category. So we give out prizes for both the best adult books and the best children's books, books that are made primarily by children and their parents. And so that means that then we have books that are adult books, and we also have children's books like Dr. Seuss and others that get celebrated and eaten at our event. So I think it's the combination of the love of books, the love of cooking and baking and making things, and then getting together to celebrate those two loves together that makes it so popular.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And once again, Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk, being joined by Jeff Abshire with the Kalamazoo Book Arts Center, talking about the 2023 Edible Books Festival happening this Saturday down in Kalamazoo. Jeff, I did kind of want to touch on another part of this. We mentioned that this is the 18th edition of this festival. What, if anything, is maybe different or something you're really excited about this time around compared to years in the past?
Well, of course, we did this for many, many years during what is called Art Hop here in Kalamazoo, which is sponsored by the Arts Council for the first Friday of every month, or virtually every month. And then, of course, when the pandemic hit, everything was canceled, and we were really pleased that even though for 3 years we weren't able to bring everybody together to do this event, people continued to do it, and we had an online version of it, and they would make books at home and eat their own books at home, and then we would have the competition and show the books on our website. So because we're still a little cautious of having the hundreds and hundreds of people that might come through at Art Hop, we decided to actually do this on a Saturday in the afternoon, because for several reasons. That means that instead of people having to put together a book, while they're maybe at work or after work in order to get in time to submit a book, now people can be more leisurely and create something in the morning and bring it in the afternoon. We start accepting books at 2:30 and putting them on display on the tables. And then at 3:30, we pass out ballots and people vote, and we start tabulating the ballots. And then at 4 o'clock, we'll announce the winners and give out the prizes. This year we have the event is being sponsored this year by This Is a Bookstore and BookBug, which are bookstores here in Kalamazoo, a pair of bookstores that are owned by the same company. And we have a children's prize of a gift certificate to BookBug. We have a prize from Factory Coffee. We have a prize from Bell's Brewery. And so we'll be giving out these prizes right at 4 o'clock. And then, of course, we eat the books, and normally they get devoured within 15 minutes. So we're excited to do this on a Saturday. It'll be a little bit different for us. But we recommend that if people want to come, please come and bring books, but also come before 4:15, or you're going to miss them, because you'll basically just have the empty plates on the table because they get eaten very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and we're showing a bunch of the pictures right now of some of the past years, some of the books and contestants and all of their creations, and just really enjoying what they've created. And you mentioned that they get eaten up really quickly. Do you have, maybe from across all the past years, have one that maybe stands out to you the most, whether it was a cake, some cookies, a dip, anything like that that really sticks out, whether it was based off the book it was made, the taste of it, or really just the overall look?
People have made just absolutely beautiful cakes over the years, really stunning cakes that they've taken a long time and taken a lot of care in making. But also people make goofy things, funny things, puns on the titles of books and whatnot. And the funny thing is that we're always surprised at how people will eat not only the cakes, but will eat some of the strange things as well. So one year we had Harry pot roast, and it was a pot roast on the table, and people sliced it up and ate the pot roast. But I think one of my favorite puns was a person brought in a round plate with a bunch of frozen peas that they had formed the letter P in the middle of the round plate, and then they took gnocchis, the Italian potato pastas that are little round pastas, and they made a O lining all the way around the P, and it was P gnocchi O, which was so clever, but also surprising because people ate the frozen peas and the raw gnocchis off the plate. So it's always a surprise.
Right.
I mean, nothing wrong with frozen peas and gnocchis, but it's not cake, but people ate it the same.
Completely thinking outside of the box. That's a whole new level of creativity right there, Jeff. Jeff, you've done a fantastic job really talking about this festival. We're all very excited to see what happens on Saturday. But, we'd like to give you the floor now and really just try to convince as many people to come on out. It sounds like there's going to be a pretty good turnout now that it's back in person. But again, the floor is yours. Tell people why they should come to the Edible Book Festival this Saturday.
Every year that we've done this, we've always been we had a little bit of anticipation because we don't know if people are going to make books. We assume that there's that love out there and that people like to participate and it's a lot of fun. So it's always been a surprise to us when we open the doors and the books start arriving. And typically every single year we get up to 20 people that have made books and bring them in, both families and individuals, couples, they come in. So we're crossing our fingers. We're hoping that everybody will participate this year and make a book and bring it in and celebrate with us. But even if you don't have the time or the inclination to make a book, please come and celebrate anyway and see the books that people do make and help us to eat them. It's a really fun event. I think in all the years that I've done this, it's one of those events where you look around the room and everybody's just smiling because it's such a fun and ridiculous thing to do. And then when the prizes are awarded, it's exciting, and of course eating the books is always a pleasure as well.
Right, fantastic stuff. Jeff, thank you so much for coming on the Wood TV Live Desk today. We really do
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.